This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, I said I showed you all the variations of Jeskai fires. I guess there's sort of this other weird 4-color fires list that is mostly actually a Dimir deck. So it is mainly blue and black if you look at the cards in the deck, with white for Teferi Time Raveler and 1 copy of Kenrith, and red for Fires of Invention and Nicole Bolas. But primarily a blue and black deck built around the Fae of Wishes, but this one has good old Teferis to come in here and make things just a little more miserable for control decks. So we have the 1-2 punch of Thought Erasure and Teferi Time Raveler against other control decks. Anybody with counter spells has to deal with all that. We've got some sweepers like Ritual of Soot and Cry of the Canarium against the aggro decks. We've got Nicole Bolas and Enter the God Eternals and Kenrith, and we have a million lands, including Interplanar Bacon, so that we have a way to gain back some life. And we have the Wish board with the Fae of Wishes for all kinds of cards that are fun. Like this time we do have an Elder Spell, a Noxious Grasp, we have some Duress, Cry of the Canarium, Tameo, Collector of Tales to get it all back or make Doom Foretold sad, Sarkhan to send the Planeswalkers after people. We got Time Wipe, Enter the God Eternals number 2, Nicole Bolas number 4, Command the Dreadhorde, Liliana the Dreadhorde General, Ethereal Absolution, Casualties of War, and Plane-Wide Celebration. I do feel like Chandra is missing from the gang, but I guess we try to get through our counterspell shields with Teferi and Thought Erasure, so maybe Chandra isn't absolutely needed. But yeah, this is a 4-color fiery deck. After this, maybe I'll be able to give the fires a break. Just a little quick side tangent for people who want to complain about how often I show a Fires of Invention deck or a Cat Oven deck, or, you know, you just want to complain. I get it. I really can't keep listening to you because, quite honestly, they complain about everything. But it's kind of bizarre that Wizards has made these cards that are like very defining for their archetypes, like Fires of Invention and like Witch's Oven and the Cat, and yet they only cost 1 colored mana. So like 1 red mana. If this was double red or triple red, it would be a lot harder to play. But it's not. It's 1. So you end up with like all these decks that blur the lines of this type of deck, this style of deck. And this is another one that's like, well, it's like a 4-color control, but we throw in fires because fires is the best thing for a deck that wants to resolve a bunch of planeswalkers to do. And it's just kind of bizarre. I don't like when the effects that are that powerful are so splashable, because a lot of decks look the same. You can build a fires deck out of any set of colors. You can build a Cat Oven deck out of anything. And you can build endless variations on those specific decks, but it makes it so hard to make other decks good that they push those other decks around. Anyway, little side tangent. Let's dive in. Let's let the Fires of Invention nonsense one more time begin. The Wizards, or the wizard named Z. There are some who would call me Z. Alright. This looks like nonsense. True and proper. Black, 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 red, blue. We need a red or a blue to play the Bolas on time. Hey! Pretty good draw. Depends what the opponent plays here. If they play a troll, it doesn't kill the troll. Oh, but it kills the Kroll Harpooner. Alright. We take the Yorvo, then they don't get to resolve it. But we could also still Ritual next turn, but we take 5 in the meantime. Yeah, let's see what's going on. Lovestruck Beast, Questing Beast, 2 copies of the Great Henge. How am I going to deal with the Questing Beast? I guess Bolas is going to have to do the job. So, I think we just take the Lovestruck Beast because it's the most value. We could take the Questing Beast because we know we can blow up the Lovestruck Beast. Yeah, I guess you take the card you can't solve, and taking 1 Great Henge isn't going to do much. Are you a good card to keep here? I guess you can work on finding Fires of Invention for me. Alright, beast mode. Made the 1/1. So next turn we might take 6. I think that's fine. We'll also put out an R-set to divert the opponent. I want to make them play this Lovestruck Beast. She's got 99 problems. Another Narset to keep looking for fires seems okay, but at the same time Bolas is really good. And I think just killing their large creatures so that they never get to play the Great Henge needs to be the priority. We got land number 4, but the Henge is still a chunk of change that they don't have access to. So I think they're going to feel... Oof. Ugh. No! Don't draw that! Stop drawing the cards that I don't want you to draw. No! Absolutely not. Please hit the 2/1/1s. Darn it! Alright. Opponent was meant to beat me. They just drew the card. So if we Ritual sit here and the opponent plays the Henge, and then we play Bolas, we need space to kill this Vivian. We need the opponent to whiff a time or two. Alright, so we've got to do this. We do have the King. The King can eventually run down the Vivian. See, if the opponent has a land and they make this a 7, they can also Henge on the same turn. Jesus. They're just uncontainable. Control decks can't do anything. They're just useless.
My.
Look at that.
How you've grown. Look
at that. You couldn't play a much more control-y game, and we just got destroyed. But our opponent does need to draw a 1/1 here. So we'll take out their Vivian, and they will whiff now. They will not draw the perfect card, right? Right? I mean, that's a card into another card. Must be nice. My god. Like, what? Like, what? Conceivable. Deck really does just play itself. If I play a Kenrith, it can block and trade with the Ceratops, and I guess that's the best we can hope for. Bolas can't kill it. Bolas can kill the Brontodon. We know the opponent's just going to draw the nuts next turn anyway, right? What if we play this and don't block? I don't have anything to reanimate. The life gain isn't particularly... I mean, it's not going to hold off the Ceratops for very long, and it costs mana. Cry and Ritual don't solve this. What does? Not much. Blow you up. If we draw fires, that is one way to start clawing back in. And if the opponent has to attack the Bolas here, it's not a bad turn for us. But we could use a turn from them that doesn't involve them playing 2 spells and smashing us. Just give me a break. Give me a break. Thank you. Jeez, Beats, was that so hard? So now what? Now what indeed? I think we're going to try this before we play the Kenrith. Fires. But I don't want to deploy it. If I deploy it next turn, I have all the mana open. But what does that mean? That just means I can gain 5, draw some cards, and in the meantime I take 6. Go down to... I mean, I'm dead to a Questing Beast, but I think we just do it. I think it is what it is at this point. Make your own life easier and just tap the darn Henge. Alright, they blanked for 2 turns. That is a card I can play. Doesn't have a great target. It doesn't even kill the Lovestruck Beast. It puts a body on the board, but that body can't even tango with the Ceratops. I think we'll try drawing a card instead. At least first. We'll see what we draw. Ugh. Gross. So yeah, I think we do this just to gain the life. Feels bad, man. I don't have any... I guess I have Fae of Wishes in the deck. I could hit a Fae of Wishes to reanimate with Kenrith. No, that's not what happened. Okay, your turn. Alright, you've given me a break for 2 turns. It's more than I deserve. I'm sure you're going to pull some nonsense now. And here it comes, Wirewood Tracker. Lovestruck Beast isn't going to attack unless the opponent controls a 1-1, and they're never going to have a 1-1 again, because that's how the henge works. So, no blocks. Yeah, let's just gain the 5 life. Alright, down to 7. We're really looking for Fae of Wishes. That's not it. Draw me a card. Make it a good one. Narset, you're okay. Gains a life because of the bacon. Interplanar bacon. Doesn't find Fae of Wishes, though. Does work on the Great Henge. So that's something to keep in mind. Teferi? Okay. Well, we don't want to bounce their creatures, they just play them again. I guess we can make them play the Henge again. That's 2 mana. I guess the Henge doesn't work as long as we have the Narset, really. Alright, stuff is happening. Stuff is happening, everyone. What do we make them do again? If we bounce the tracker, they just play it again, but they don't draw the card as long as the Narset's around, so maybe that's not a terrible idea. You can't kill the Narset with the Ceratops if I put the 4/4 and the Kenrith in front of it. Am I willing to lose 2 life to draw a card here? It's a pretty scary life total to be at, but I can always hold up the life gain just in case. I might be double blocking the Ceratops to get it out of the way. That would be the end of my Kenrith time, though. And our time together has been special. Not every day you get to hang out with a king. Yep. Okay, good. They forgot Narset. Ha! That'll show them. That'll show them. Yep, read that. Read the card. Good old Narset, making Magic players miserable for so long. So we know they have another tracker. We know they want to draw these cards. I think it is time to say goodbye to Kenrith, the returned king. A true champion. And the reason we're all here today. Okay, don't know what that's going to do for you. But the opponent wants to try to trample anyway. Let's draw the card. Fun. Maybe they just wanted to grow the Pelt Collector. And they're still holding this back. Alright, Narset, find me something good. You're good. The plus is kind of greedy. If we do kill the Pelt Collector, the opponent still can't attack with the Henge. Or can't use the Henge. Let's try it. Actually, maybe we'll go to Fairy on this. Bouncing the opponent's creature can potentially set it up so that Cry of the Canarium can kill that Pelt Collector, and then we get to draw a card. And I hear drawing a card is a thing in Magic. You want to do it when you can.
Don't worry, I got this.
Erasia? Alright, let's get one of these henges. The idea being that if I can set up Teferi and another Thought Erasure, I can get the original henge off the battlefield. Grind, grind, grind. Now, once I get the original henge off the battlefield, I have to worry about the Lovestruck Beast. Layers of pain. Layers of frustration here on the channel today. But I'm kind of amazed we're still in this game. And there you go, the opponent sucking it up. They're gonna lay out the creatures. It's gonna make the cry of the Canarium so good. Nope. Nope. They're too smart for that. Hit another Teferi. Why not? Alright, what do you get rid of? One of these 9 forests? Makes sense.
That's more like it.
It's almost time to bounce this Fires of Invention, except for this chance that I could still draw a Fae of Wishes. Let's see if Shimmer can find one. No, Shimmer can't find one. Shimmer found this. That's pretty good when you have fires going. Cry those. No more pelt collecting, please. We have pelt collecting is now forbidden in this town. Casualties of war. That's the cleanup. That's the cleanup I'm looking for. Not even playing the tracker, saving it for when the henge is gone. I don't know. Something weird is going on. Ritual of Soot. Well, that gets rid of both of our things, but I'm not sending it away. I'll draw it. Don't need it necessarily right now, but I will draw it. Alright, let's scry again. Thought Erasure, okay. We're almost to where the henge can go. So let's see, we can bounce the henge and Thought Erase it. The opponent has the 1/1 to play. So we have to make a block. If they draw a Questing Beast, that's pretty bad. But I can live. So we still have 2 spells, right? So we can do this.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before. Thank me later. Trust me, I have a plan.
And now this. Give me your henge. It's mine. Opponent is thoroughly impressed. They should be. I set that up for way too long. And we'll hold this back because Questing Beast is still a problem. I'll win later. I'm not in a rush. Yep, play out your toys. Do it. Play out all of the toys. Yes! Do it. We could attack first, but the opponent would block. There's no point. Alright, keep working on those lands. And that will do it. The Wizard Z submits with 36 life. Madzen. When you are mad and you are zen at the same time. Unbelievable. So we don't have the white source. We have Shimmer to possibly find it or find fires, and we have Enter the God Eternals and a ton of Scry land. I'll give it a chance. I'm really nervous about this one. Bacon! Bacon solves my Teferi problem. Bring out the bacon. Breeding pool. Alright, let's go shimmering. We were made to shimmer after all. Hey, Fires of Invention. Everything's going so well. And then our opponent is Simic Flash, and we lose. Which was fun. I'm glad we tried this game. What do you think? Make them have it? Make them have it. If it's gonna be that kind of game where we get absolutely landslided, let's get it over with. And let's at least disrupt their early mana. If they have a growth spiral or something, there's no reason to let them get all set up. Alright, not an untapped land, so we can't run fires at them. It's enough land. We got all the land now. Although, maybe if I had kept that, I'd be casting Bolus. Worth considering. Yeah, this won't cast Bolus. Like, what I've got right here won't do it. Here's my fires. How rude. The fires matchup is so hard. You need everything to go so perfectly. Or, the fires matchup with Simic Flash is what I mean to say. Wow. Suddenly there's no black mana in my deck. This is not okay. Pew pew. 1 counter, 2 counters, 3 counters. Okay, that's a pretty nice looking hand. I really just should have mulliganed the last hand I was looking at. I don't think anything would have mattered against that Simic Flash deck, really, but the more I think about that hand, the more I should have mulliganed it. No way I mulliganed this one, though. The mana requirements in it were all off. Too many Izzet mana cards in that hand. Oh boy! It's everybody's favorite deck. Let's see what they do about a 1/4. Where's the interplanar bacon when you need it? Wait, what? But I attack. That's what I do. 1/4? 1/4? That's basically cheating. Who would print such a card? That would keep a Scorched Spitter turn 1 from attacking. Robber of the Rich. Why not? I guess you can attack and get the trigger if you want. With the robber? Aren't you going to attack for the trigger? No? Alright. Well, let's empty our hand a little bit. Embercleave, that's a card. So is Skewer the Critics, which has it's pretty bad for our 1/4. Bone Crusher Giant means that we can't block the robber without it getting bone crushed on. What do you think this is? Either way, our creature is going to die. We have to figure out how to make the turn as awkward as possible. How do you do that? The Chandra into Embercleave is pretty scary. The Robber of the Rich is a problem. I think that the best take is the Bone Crusher Giant, because it's a really good body to hold the Embercleave. Another Shimmer isn't really good for us. Scryland, another Fae. So next turn we're playing fires. What else are we doing? I do need something to go with the fires afterwards, but is this a good enough use of my draw step? Because next turn it's fires, Shimmer, then we take a ton of damage. And then I just need to find another land. I think this is too slow. Alright. This is going to be a tough one. Alright, we get to kill you. Opponent knocks us to 15. They get to play Skewer on the Fae now. They miss the land drop, which is not going to cry for them, let me put it that way. Let's get fires down. Let's play Shimmer. And we find Interplanar Beacon is useful, but probably not what we're looking for. The Thought Erasure might be important, but I think we just want to care about the board with Teferi and Bolus. Alright, big turn. Let's see what the opponent can do. Can they find the land? Can they dial up the pressure? Doesn't look like they have the land yet. Oh man, and it's just a robber. Okay, Now with fires active, we'll play the Bolus. And since they don't have many permanents, plussing the Bolus seems like a pretty good line. And we get Ritual of Soot. Make the opponent get rid of some resource. I do need a nice high amount of loyalty here. What the? Whoa! Out of nowhere. So I need a high loyalty for Bolus to take out Chandra, which means I need to get rid of this. I could bounce it, and then the opponent just plays it again and kills Teferi. I guess that's okay. It buys time. It uses the opponent's mana. Don't love bouncing something with haste. Alright, so now the opponent can go Chandra if they want to, but Bolus can take her out.
Living in a monastery full of firebrands? Go get 'em, buddies.
Oh yeah, especially if you go after Teferi. It's been said a few times. Why do people care about Teferi so much when it's on one loyalty when the opponent has Fires of Invention? It just doesn't matter, right? Chandra can flash something back. I think that's really greedy, though. So if we do that, the opponent plays the Robber and they kill the Bolus. I guess that's the way it has to be.
Your existence is pointless.
I don't think we need another Fires. It may as well sit in the hand and be Fae of Wishes. Fae of Wishes bait. Robber takes Bolus. Exiles of Fires. Good, I didn't want that anyway. Would you like to play it? Alright, we should avoid taking damage here, so we'll use a Cry. Play the Bacon. Because God knows if we draw a Planeswalker, we need the life. Our opponent plays Spitter. And there we go. That's what we were looking for. So that can gain 5 life, it can reanimate something. I think we definitely want to reanimate the Fae of Wishes more than we want to do anything else. Next turn, if the opponent hits a land, they can attack, they can put Embercleave on this. That's still not good enough to beat Kenrith. Let's just pass the turn. Let's not go for hasty beats. Let's keep it nice and slow. Opponent did find the 5th land, so they can Embercleave, but it doesn't achieve anything. Kenrith can still block and kill it. Okay, no, nothing. All right, let's reanimate. And the music died. And what the hell? Is the arena dying? Oh no! Not like this, chat. I only have 1 timeout. Yeah, because I actually did a lot of thinking in this game. No. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Dell. Thank you, Dell, for totally tanking this game for me. Let's see what we can do, shall we? We got the Fae reanimated. I saw that. They call it support assist. If anybody knows how to turn off automatic driver updates on your Dell PC that go by the name of support assist, leave it in comments. And hear that rope? That's my rope. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's still the end of my opponent's turn. Okay. Well, I'm sorry, opponent. I didn't do that to troll you. All right, let's get this back. Let's play the Granted. Let's go to the sideboard. I think Absolution's pretty cruel and unusual. Planewide Celebration, pretty awesome though. So let's check out what we're getting back. Bolus and Teferi. So return permanent, return a permanent, gain 4, gain 4. Feels good. And I'm still not attacking. No reason to open the door for anybody. I already have 2 spells to play next turn, so life is more important than cards. Oh, here we go. Opponent wants to get busy. Actually, you know what? You don't even have to block here. Gaining 5 life a turn is just better. Go ahead. Embercleave. You've got it, man. 17. Gain 5. Another fires. Here's a bolus. One life from the bacon. And a plus.
I am one again.
Opponent must make a tough choice. Oh, which of these Embercleaves would you like to put in the graveyard? I wonder why they didn't play one last turn when they had nothing else to do. Anyway. We'll play a Teferi. Shut down all this instant speed nonsense. I think we'll just plus the Teferi. I think bouncing the Scorch Spit is unnecessary. Pass the turn. Keep gaining life. Opponent got rid of their Embercleave. Oh, we didn't see their other card. That's the visual bug. Alright, well before that happens, let's gain 5 more. And we'll draw a card. Don't think I'll be giving the opponent's creatures haste anytime soon. Alright, you made another devil. Start with the plus. Then I think we'll Ritual of Soot these little critters. Ooh, they exile the devil.
Weak minds crumble.
Okay. I'm just gonna send Kenrith for this Tybalt. We can gain trample. Oh no, don't block. Don't block. It's not the way it works. Alright, dead. Keep plussing the Teferi.
Let's try this.
Keep scrying the deck. I guess we can play you. Why not? And we still have another play to make. Don't think any of these matter very much. I guess I could have drawn with Kenrith to see if I could find another play. Whoa! 4 damage to a creature. Then 2 damage to each other creature. Alright. You got it. You are the champion. Give me that back. Resistance is futile. You will submit to Bolus.
You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
Let's bounce you. I don't feel like discarding. Alright, granted. Command the Dreadhoard's fun. Liliana is... Sarkhan. Sarkhan's fun. Life. We all get to be dragons now.
To the skies.
We all get to be dragons. Seems good. So, the opponent's red deck, like, there's a lot of it that is 100% the red deck I'm used to. There were some zingers in there. There were some unique picks. Well, we're on the play, and we have early plays, but not much land. We're really putting faith in the top of the deck and these Fae of Wishes to keep an aggressive opponent at bay. The fact that there's a Cry of the Canarium there feels nice too. Okay. Put this out and get the opponent good and confused. I'm not running out the Fae here. I'm just gonna Cry anyway. Yep. Frickin' adventure decks. Hopefully they were really leaning on Order of the Midnight to get that back. And what do we got there? Midnight Reaper. I guess that's a pretty good target. We're looking for land in all the wrong places. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna miss land drop 4 here with our 27 land deck. Becomes such a regular occurrence, it doesn't surprise me anymore. It's kind of sad, to be honest. Arena Shuffler, man. Hey, that's not bad. So we can play this, we need another land. I guess rather than run out Narset and get it run over, we're better off getting a Granted cast. Although I'm not sure what for. We could play the 1/4, but it can't block the Questing Beast anyway. Let's just grant it up. Get a fetch done. So what do we want? We should probably make it something that we can cast anyway, regardless of whether or not Fires dies. So the Noxious Grasp seems fine. This turn's going to hurt. But then we have either draw land, enter the God Eternals, or Noxious Grasp Narset, which isn't terrible. Opponent might play the Midnight Reaper, so they get extra cards out of the deal. We do have another Cry of the Canarium in the sideboard that we might want to go get. But it won't help against the Beast, of course. Oh my god. Okay, so if we play a Narset, well, we can't Noxious Grasp on their turn. They'll get to draw the card no matter what. Alright. Take that out. Use another Granted? No, we'll save it. Let's get the 1/4 on the battlefield. Potential blocker. Can we has land? Our opponent got up to 6, and they drew 2 Questing Beasts. Uh-huh. Yep. Can't block it. Down to 6. Okay, top of the deck. Doesn't help. So let's go use the Granted. Do we have another way to kill a Questing Beast? No. No, we do not. Cameo can get back the Noxious Grasp, but that's the end of the turn. I guess I'll grab this Time Wipe. What are we doing? We still have a blocker here. We can just play another 1/4 blocker, go to 2. If we play Narset, we go up to 3 at least. Let's see if we can draw something else. Well, if the opponent just removes this, I die. So I don't like the Narset play. We'll go with another Fae of Wishes, so that we at least have 2 blockers to dodge the spot removal for the game. there's one removal.
Go ahead. Beg for
We would have won this game so easily too,
It's not
but
often I'm outmaneuvered.
you know. And there's the other. Tough day in the arena. Not much you can do when you're getting bad matchups and mana screwed over and over. I do think this deck is fun, but hard to defend it when it performs that badly. Tough day in the arena today. Going in for some bonus games, try to give the deck a little bit more of a chance. A little bit more of a chance. I don't think we did it dirty by any stretch of the imagination, but I think the shuffler was pretty cruel. Alright, let's thought erase something. All this stuff. Well, Cry of the Canarium is good against everything here, except for the Circle of Loyalty, so we'll take that. And we'll not put land away, because God knows we won't draw enough of it if we dare bin a single one. Paradise Druid is here. Let's put out the Narset. If the opponent wants to attack her, it takes away from their mana generation. Fairy is pretty good early, but not great against what the opponent is up to. I think Bolus is the best take. Pretty big turn for the opponent. Do they want to interact with Narset? Do they want to build a battlefield? They're way behind so far. And they have Conclave Cavalier. That makes me wish I'd kept a Teferi. I did not see that one coming. I guess we can still dig a Teferi up. Let's see what we get. Enter the God Eternals. It's fine against them because then Cry of the Canarium can clean up the Cavaliers. And I guess we'll also Thought Erase this turn, enter the God Eternals the next turn, Cry the turn after that. How much damage does that take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but they probably attack here. Maybe not, but 6, and they play some stuff. Then probably 10, that's 16. Although Enter the God Eternals gains a lot of that back. 4 of it back, to be honest. Maybe I have to play Fae of Wishes and Thought Erasure here. Might as well. Alright, we got one of the Worthy Knights. Don't need that land, right? Black, 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 blue, blue, red. There we go. So next turn, enter the God Eternals a Cavalier, then the turn after that, Cry of the Canarium. Ooh. Mad Lad. Throws that Paradise Druid away. Absolute Mad Lad. Okay. Hit him. The Great Henge. Whew. Mythic Artifacts. Selesnya. What nonsense. Oh, well, we found another. Life is good. I could Bolus kill this too. Don't think it's worth it. Let's see what we find with this Narset. Another Cry. Pretty good. So the opponent will think we pulled this one off, but we've got a backup one for this Cavalier potentially after it trades with the 4/4. All right, we're playing on hard mode today. Our opponents, they get their draws, they get their top decks, but we've got the Narset. We just have to defend the Narset and we'll be okay. I think we just go for this. I guess we can try to find a Fires. Yay. I'll just keep this. I don't know what hasty nonsense is in their deck. When in doubt, I'll just be conservative. Alright, Bolus, do it. Do the things.
Will bend to my will.
Suck away their will to live. Like a good Bolus does. Alright, we'll hold this to bounce the Fae.
Eons ago.
And that was game. We were going to use discard 2 lands, return the Fae of Wishes, cast it for granted, and then cast Plane-Wide Celebration to ultimate Nicole Bolas for the victory. Snap, keep, has fires. Riveting analysis, I know. So the tap Steam Vents lets us play Fae of Wishes, which might matter here since the opponent's going to go super ham. We could also have a Cry available next turn if we shock, which I guess is worth it. We may need it really badly. Uh-huh. Don't stop. Whatever you do, don't stop playing the Flyers. So I can have the easiest scoop of my life. We'll just let that sink in for a second. I'm sure their head will explode if I just relax. No? Ooh, they're tough. Never mind. They just wanted to see their last card. Crumb, I guess? Crumb? Will we draw a white source? Will Teferi and Bolas work together? Tin Street Dodger, yep. Why wouldn't this happen? I think I'll just hold back on Shimmer, as much as I want to cast the Shimmer. Do I just shock and play Shimmer here? Yeah. Yeah, I shock and play Shimmer here, and we get Interplanar Bacon. Easy. Universe wasn't listening. I'll take the land. It gains a life. It's a very good land. Robber of the rich. Don't steal my white source. Okay, wasn't gonna steal my white source. Let's wait one more turn on this Cry. I think I can be greedy. Let's take away something bigger. Ooh, Infuriate's annoying. The opponent will Rimlock Knight and play Rimrock Knight though, won't they? That's their play next turn? Yeah, let's take the Bone Crusher Giant. It's the most annoying thing to deal with overall. There's our white source. So the opponent's going to Rimrock Knight, play Rimrock Knight. The opponent is also going to exile my white source. That makes me grumpy. But at least they won't get anything out of the robber. Yep. Now play your Rimrock and get it Cried, darn it. Yeah, that's right. Hey, we drew the bacon. Bye. Goodbye, everyone. Now what you got? Did you draw a creature? You have a threat? Skewer the face. That is a boredom skewer if ever I've seen one. I don't know what to do with my turn. I'm skewering your face. Bolas. And I gain a life. You may as well concede now. I gained 1.
Mortal Nicole Bolas will be your end.
Alright, first mountain down.
Minds crumble.
Yep, shock that face. Do it, Red Mage, do it. If you make the Red Mage make enough choices, their head eventually explodes. It's a known trick. Alright.
The moat of my power.
Here's Narset. Gain a life. There you go. Oni. Oni? Onea? Onia? Oni. Shock Land Tribal. Godless Shrine. Still Shockland Tribal. Okay. Opponent's taking the slow bus today. That's okay. What you got? What's cooking in here? Bedeck, Bedazzle, Despark, Mortify. This deck is hateful. Absolutely hateful. I will take the Despark. It just hits more things in my deck. And it's the cheapest, it's the most mana efficient, and this Ritual set is completely unnecessary. How do I best wreck a deck like this? 2 for 1 them into oblivion. Bolus, bolus, bolus. It'd be really nice to find another Thought Erasure, so I had a few turns with fires. I guess I could find another fires too. Speak of the devil. Made to Shimmer, baby. What do we got? We got Teferi, we got the Kenrith Returned King. This is definitely the most value once I do maintain a fires, compared to a Teferi Time Raveler, but that does waste the opponent's mana a little bit. Let's go with Kenny. Let's have another blue out in case of Narset. Okay, well, we did draw another Thought Erasure. We can double fires here. And the opponent mortifies one. If they drew another removal spell, they kill the other. And we don't get much out of it. We're under no clock. Let's just keep picking their hand apart. Liliana. A card I don't have a solution for, but with fires, I can definitely set up a Casualties of War. But I think now that I know that they only are down to 1 Mortify, we'll just take the Liliana. And then we'll double fires. I think that's fine. My voice sounds weird. It still feels like sandpaper. Something about the air in this room has been so dry. I had a humidifier, it got broken. So now my voice just, I can tell it feels really weird, so I can tell it sounds a little different. So thank you for tolerating it. It will get better. Bacon. Wah. Wah. Go ahead, Mortify. Do it. Do it. So our opponent will probably use the Bedazzle to destroy a land. So we'll just play this one and hold back the bacon. It's probably our most useful land. They drew another one. Because why wouldn't they? Alright. Now what do we do? Probably just go get Bolus, right? We could also get a Duress for one of these Bedazzles, making it more likely for Kenrith to stick around. Well, Bolus comes out next turn no matter what, so we'll just do that. Man, the Dread Horde's good, but we don't have enough Planeswalkers yet. Oh wait, the opponent has a Liliana in their graveyard. Do we have one? We don't have anything in our graveyard yet. Playing our own Liliana seems pretty good. But I think Bolus is best. Especially since the opponent might blow up a land on us. Here's a Fae of Wishes. You can kill that if you wish. So Bedeck Bedazzle, -3/+3 till end of turn. Destroy target non-basic land. 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Opponent says go. They must have drawn something they want to play. I guess we'll put it to the test. They're probably just thinking if we're going to blow up a land, we may as well also deal 2 damage to the Bolus.
All will bow before Nicole Bolas.
Picking targets. Okay. So, as expected, plus we redraw the land they eliminated, like an absolute champion should.
You have no weakness I
I guess I'll start poking ya. I don't see any haste. This opponent clearly has no interest in doing anything but killing whatever is in front of them. So, now what? You'll need that mystery card to be a lot better than your Bedeck Bedazzle, but no, they're just gonna play another Bedeck Bedazzle. Okay. We'll just keep on hitting them.
My intellect is without limit.
More land is fine, but yeah, it's not necessary. I could duress the opponent. They're holding on to something. They chose to keep this instead of something else. Why not? Just pick them apart. Oh, it's a creature. Didn't know you played those. One of these Narsets can go, it's fine. Like, I wouldn't hang on to that as the way that the opponent did. I would have never expected that was the card. Right, Godless Shrine exiled.
Schemes are never ending.
I guess we'll play out Kenny. Why not? Gain haste. Smash. See what the opponent draws. A Shockland and a concession. Weird Mardu control. Ariolon. R-I-O L-N. Game on. I don't know what this hand is, but we'll find out when we cast these shimmers. However, the way this deck plays out, I'm starting to wish these shimmers were opts. I know that shimmer goes 4 cards deeper, helps you find fires. I know how it works. The mana is pretty clunk. So, I will take Teferi. I might want one of those sweepers, but the opponent didn't open with a 1-drop. So how fast could their deck really be, right? Let's get Teferi down in plus. Then maybe we can set up a draw step Thought Erasure or a bounce into a Thought Erasure.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Just trust me. Just do what Teferi says. Okay. Well, if that attacks the Teferi... Yep, draw step Thought Erasure.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
So we need another blue. We've got it. So this lets us go with blue, colorless, Bay of Wishes is a 1/4, can stop the Spellbreaker. Mark your draw step. Draw. Blue, black. Why can't I play this? I plussed you. It says I can play this. Black, blue. What am I missing? Oh, you gained hexproof. I understand now. Rule Spellbreaker, ladies and gentlemen. It does it all. It slices, it dices. It gets you wrecked by a questing beast I probably would have taken. Oh, lovely. Alright. Let's at least have a shimmer of possibility. So this lets us play Bolus, so I think we keep it. The life isn't going to suck either. Alright, the Canarium's a bit slow. Life. So the opponent had a really slow opening, which tells me they probably have multiple questing beasts, Skargan, Hellkites, big things. I don't expect this Bolus to live. I'm not optimistic about the game anymore. The Thought Erasure mix-up was pretty bad. Alright, so the opponent has Collision Colossus. Well, at least make them have it, or at least make them play it. Mm-hmm. And a Bronto, huh? Okay. We're getting ripped up now. And there's an Embercleave, that has to go. Narset, that I don't think solves my problems. Although if I play it, the best thing I could get is a Ritual of Soot. So if I play the Backwater this turn, next turn I can play Narset and possibly hit a Ritual. It gets me 4 cards deeper. Plus it just strikes fear into the opponent that I kept my card on top in such a dire situation. But this opponent doesn't respect it at all. They're just moving right in. When there's no stakes, people make weird plays. Alright, let's do it. This is where Cry of the Canarium looks really sad, everybody. Well, I guess we're not dead yet. We're pretty dead. That Thought Erasure mistake was pretty bad. Opponent goes face. There's letting me get another 4 cards deeper. Well, let's start with the Thought Erasure so we can at least rule out the top card of the deck and get 1 card deeper than that. Oh, Bolus. Actually, you do save me, don't you?
Keep an open mind.
Because I gain life. Cursed Spellbreaker. Alright. Back to top decking. Maybe. Opponent only needed to draw 2 points of damage to close the game, and they draw Kroll Harpooner. Okay. Bolus dies. So if it's a land, we're done. And it is, well, it's not a land. It's the key card in our deck, but we're still done. I don't know. Hitler Castellamare. Anyway. Well, we have a Fires on the battlefield this game. I'd like to start this game the way we've ended the last one, with Fires on the battlefield, so we get to do Fires granted things. It feels like nobody's letting us do our Fires stuff today. Alright. We can play the 1/4. When I see a Blood Crypt, I mean, it could be Grixis control, but I think of very aggressive thoughts in Magic right now when I see a Blood Crypt, so we'll get the Fae on the board. And there is a Crusader. I just want to draw Narset against them one time. We'll keep, well, yeah, slow your roll there, buddy. Do we find red? You're not red, source. Third land on time. What do you do with it? Straight up Bone Crush. Okay. You has made 4-3. I still cannot play my fires, but I'll try to slow the opponent down a little. A little bit of tempo in my life, please. Even with these bonus draws, I can't get there. Alright. Bone crushing a Fae of Wishes. Double bone crushing a Fae of Wishes. I love it. That is fine with me. Fear for Teferi cuts deep. Alright, we need another land. Let's go find a red land, I guess. Once we do, we're probably done with the turn. The other option is to play this Narset, which is really good against the Crusader. I can't resist. Narset versus Stormfist Crusader is so good.
I know immediate thoughtfulness before action.
Oh man. But we get the bonus draw, they don't. So fun. Burby Champ. Okay. I mean, are you gonna Ember Cleave? Is that the plan? Sure. I'll block here. We'll see what the opponent does. Yep. Of course it's Ember Cleave. Why wouldn't it be? How about me? Can I draw a single red source out of my deck? I can! It's a Christmas miracle. Fires of Invention. Baby. Very tempting to enter the God Eternals here. Still lines up pretty well against the Fervent Champion. Also tempting to use the Ritual of Soot. Yeah, let's get those Bone Crusher Giants cast, shall we? No, there's a 4/4 in the way. What you gonna do? Play more creatures. Then I will wrath them. Uh-huh. There's your Paragon. Well done. And a Bone Crush. Yep. So now we can do this beautiful Ritual of Soot thing. And this beautiful Nicol Bolas thing. And that'll do it. Take that, Night Deck.